Taurus, this is a general reading, a love reading, and a financial reading. Now, this is my own interpretation, so do take that information that resonates with you as your own, and if there's any information that does not resonate with you, leave that for someone else as it will benefit them. Now, I can be found on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Weekly Tarot Light. And I do weekly longer videos, daily shorter videos. I also do personal readings, so get in touch for those on Facebook. Now let's get right into the general reading here. So we did have a couple of cards fall out, so it looks like it'll be a bit of a longer general reading today for you, Taurus. So it looks like recently you have had situations where you felt you've really been opening your mind and opening your eyes and your heart to new situations. I do notice that these situations have really come abundantly for you, and that a lot of these changes for you and a lot of these situations have been very passionately oriented, that they've been really towards some kind of passion that you have, say a hobby or something that you really want to have as a career. I noticed that things have been kind of progressing in that way with an open-mindedness, that you've really been looking forward to how things can progress. And I really do point out as well that it looks like those things have kind of started for you. I noticed that things have been moving gradually and with great potential, that although you may not see direct progress or direct potential front and center in front of you, I notice that that is there and it is going to be growing you forward. Now, as we move into current times and into the near future, I do notice that you will have some great forward potential and great forward action, that you will be taking lots of action, and this will kind of keep things not so much chaotic, a little bit chaotic, but it will keep things moving fast, and you'll feel like your life is kind of in the fast lane. But basically, I do notice that there will be a lot of forward progress and forward momentum for you. And so let's keep that in mind as we do go into the other readings here for this week, that basically there will be a lot of forward movement and you will be moving quite a bit. So let's just keep that in mind as we do go into both the love and the financial readings for today. Okay, so let's get right into that love reading. Okay, so in terms of love, looks like recently you have had some confusion, that you've really been looking on and into yourself, and you've really been wondering what's next and how things are going to progress for you. Now, I really see that these recent times and this difficulty has really set you up for many different situations, that not only that you are, have been confused about your situation, about how things will progress, but I see that this has kind of set you in a specific direction, that you will have clarity, that confusion is really lining itself up perfectly to push you to the future in terms of your love and your romance. That I really notice that there is, for those of you not in a relationship currently, multiple opportunities for you, that it looks like there are more than one person, and that you may be very unsure about how to progress, who to choose, things like that, that basically you have choices, you have opportunities, and you aren't sure where to go and who to choose, things like that. What I'll say is, it looks like regardless of the way that you go, how you choose, it looks like you will absolutely succeed in your decision, and that your decision will set you up for the future. I do see that regardless of which choice you make, you will have great things come to you in the near future. That relationship that you start will go places for you, Taurus. That relationship, that new situation will really move you into the next phase of your life. That it could even be your true love kind of situation that is coming up. But I really just point out that this is a time where you have options. This is the main point that I'm seeing here, is that there are options for you and you don't have to settle on one choice. You can absolutely make your choice fluidly and naturally, and things will be moving for you. I see that although there are some choices and there is some confusion for you, that information will become very clear to you shortly. And I would say even in just the next couple of days that you will have that clarity and that confidence to proceed to the next step. So that does cover everything here, but just be aware that regardless of your choice, regardless of how you go about doing things, even if you don't want to make a choice, this is a fantastic situation that you're in, and that you have good tidings regardless of what choice you make. Now, let's get right into that financial reading. Oh, had one card jump out. Okay, so it looks like we have here, interesting. So it looks like you recently have felt very underappreciated. And of course, I will just note that this here is the card that fell out of the deck. So you felt underappreciated, and you have felt kind of stuck, kind of weighed down and held down. That things have been kind of against you in some way, and that you have really felt, just like the illustration here, like a beast being bound and being tied up. That you felt like you are stuck and trapped and unable to move or do anything. And I really see that that was not the end outcome of the situation for you. That your finances, although they did have some situations where they were kind of slow, stuck, even if you've had a lot of purchases that you need to make, and that things really were not going your way. It looks like there were, even for some of you, situations where you felt like you were going to run out and go straight down to $0, completely bottomed out. But I see that this has absolutely turned around for the current times, that things are growing once again. It is gradual, and it is slow currently, but I see that there is a lot of potential there. That there will be a lot of forward progress. That it'll basically be basically like a curve in the graph. Basically that things will start off slow, but that they'll build over time. And you will absolutely have situations where you can start to feel comfortable and confident once again. And I really do see that the tidings for you are very positive. That in the near future, you will have some different choices laid out for you, and this will be a positive choice. There won't be any negative consequences to making a specific decision, regardless of which decision you make. But I do see that, honestly, it looks like this will be a more love-oriented time for you. That things will be progressing for you in your relationship, in your romance, more than in your finances in the near future. In the further times, I do see that the progress for you will start to take more hand in how things progress. But just that for the near future, it'll be more love-oriented, and then that forward progress that you have will start to really show up further down the line in probably a couple of weeks to a couple of months. So let's keep that in mind, and let's just have that in our heads as we go about our day-to-day. Now, that does bring us to the end of this reading here, and I'm just going to finish off by reiterating that I can be found on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Weekly Tarot Light. I do weekly longer videos, daily shorter videos, and I also do personal readings, so get in touch for those on Facebook. I'll see you then.